3 more seconds. 2 more seconds. 1 more second. Hi, Steven Sandor here. I'm the author of the new book, Easy Out. And you might wonder why I'm talking to you from an exercise bike in my basement. Well, I'm trying to use some of this time that we have to spend being so cooped up inside because we all have to do our part to socially distance and not go out that much right now. Well, I'm doing my part to stay active and get active. But you know what? Being active isn't just something you do with your body to stay in shape. You also need to be active when you write. And being active in my writing is something I try to do in all of my books, in everything I write. And it will make your writing better. It will make your stories pop off the page. Now, you've probably, maybe, possibly been told in your English classes or somewhere in school or maybe something else you've read, show, don't tell. That is the 3 most important words that every writer needs to know. And anytime I talk to a class, I ask them, write that in page 1 of their notebooks. If you have a writing journal or a diary, show, don't tell. Now, the important reason that we have to say these words is because we're going to describe our action and not tell people what's going on. We're going to let our readers know what's happening through 2 things: great description and active language. Now, how do you combine those 2 things? Remember, when you put together great description and active language, your words will jump off the page. Now, bear with me and we'll go through a few examples. Which one's better? The coach was angry, or the coach kicked a water bottle? The answer is the coach kicked a water bottle. If you say the coach was angry, well, you're telling your reader the coach was angry and it's not that exciting. But if you can show an action that describes the emotion, whether the coach's face became flushed, whether he said some bad words to the official, or maybe if he kicked a water bottle, it shows that he's angry. It doesn't tell anyone he's angry, and that's better writing. Okay, we're having so much fun here. We're going to do another example. And I'm here with my daughter, Nico, who's been doing the camera work so far for this video. And she's going to read for you the next 2 examples. Nico, which one do you think is better?
My stomach growls.
My stomach growls? Say that again?
My stomach growls.
Why is my stomach growls better than I am hungry?
Because it explains more than I am hungry. I am hungry just means
You're just telling people how you feel, right?
Yeah.
But if you say my stomach growls, you're showing how you feel.
Yeah.
Great job, Nico. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about passive and active. A lot of not so good writing has a lot of passive sentences. And what we mean by that when we're writing is a lot of use of things like I was doing something, I am doing something. Words like was and am before your action are really unnecessary, and you have to remember, I know that a lot of times you're going to get essays and you're going to get assignments with a word count and you're going to say, how am I going to get to 1,000 words? And you start padding with lots of words. And then once you get to be a professional writer, your challenge is actually to make your sentences shorter and snappier. So start with that now if you can. It will make your writing so much better. So if you look at this example, I was running to the store. Yeah, it's not that great. It's pretty clunky. I ran to the store. Ran is much better than was running. I did is much better than I was doing. So just try to remember that. That's what we mean in the difference between active and passive writing. Passive writing is ugh. Active writing is good. Well, thanks for following those examples with me. And I'm going to get back to my workout now because I'm going to try to keep my body in shape. And I hope you'll keep your body in shape too. And your writing in shape as well. Steven Sandor here with Young Alberta Book Society. Stay tuned for some more great videos on this channel.